Williams. Welcome to Do Chock Interactive. My name's Agent, and here's the other two.
Yeah, I'm Mick or Mac. Matt or Mac for short. You can find me on the usual YouTube channels, but yeah, and we'll pass it over to the other fellow host.
Leminant. Yes, I've returned for the second week running, which is actually quite surprising for myself, because I just quite a sleepy boy most days these days. Anywho, today we've got just pretty much the same format. Same format as last week. A lot of shit like Midgar Mac just said, and just what Agent said with OI. So let's just start. Midgar Mac, what are we starting with this week?
In about an hour and a half from now, from where we're recording, or a couple of hours anyway, we have a state of play, which is very interesting. First big Sony event of 2021. It's been confirmed to be 30 minutes long.
So there should be some juicy bits. Nice.
30 minutes of shit.
They have confirmed that there will be some new announcements during the actual presentation. But they did also reveal that there's going to be deep dives into at least 10 games.
So, I was going to say, with this, I'm guessing you have some predictions up your sleeve. Some reasonable, some dream, more like just a dream shot rather than an actual...
Well, see, that's the thing. It was like, because but anyone who doesn't know, I tend, for my friends and stuff like that, and I was thinking about starting to post these on Instagram as well. I normally tend to do like a little bingo card prior to any of these events to predict and hope and stuff like that. And when I put my reasonable predictions, I think I put about like 5, and then I couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
So I had to like just go all out batshit crazy and just like put some stuff on there.
Like that's never happened before.
So likely things that I think we could see from this, because here's the thing: they confirmed that amongst some of these games that's going to be shown off, there's going to be games from the June Future of Gaming showcase that they did for the PS5. And so with that in mind, I feel like we're going to get a bigger deep dive and a release date for a game I've been very, very excited about, called Kiana Bridge of Spirits.
Oh, Kiana, yes.
Now,
the Pixar game.
This game's like... yeah, the Pixar game. Now, this game is an action-adventure game. It's from a team called Ember Lab, who, prior to announcing Kiana, had really only done one thing that I knew of, which was a Majora's Mask short film with really, really good animation. It tells like the prequel and origin story of Skull Kid. And it's definitely worth a watch if you get a chance to watch it. It's on Ember Lab's YouTube channel. But yeah, Kiana looks absolutely incredible. I'm very interested to see how it uses the DualSense. Obviously, they introduced the Rot as well, which are like the little creatures inside of it, which look like little Pikmin type creatures.
Like little like black like. Well, no,
yeah, they're like the little.
They're like
the little black Studio Ghibli monsters.
Yes, because I saw screenshots of it. I couldn't describe them properly, but yes.
I don't think.
Yeah, they look like the monsters out of My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're going to get a release date for that. And the thing is, this is more me being a bit hopeful in this sense with this one. But I'm personally thinking it might be in the March PlayStation Plus.
Not a bad shout.
Main reason is it was given a first quarter 2021 release window. As far as I'm aware, because I've been following this game quite a bit, it hasn't been delayed as of yet.
And with March, technically that's the end of first quarter.
Yeah, that's the end of first quarter.
Unless it means first quarter of the tax year. So that's a bit different.
I'm not sure, mate. I know it was in Sony's CES video that got removed since.
But it wouldn't surprise us if they do a shadow drop, like not like a bit of a shadow drop sort of thing, where like, oh yeah, it's coming out this Tuesday on PlayStation Plus, something like that.
Yeah, see, like, because I kind of got into a debate with a friend over this, because and if you've seen the group chat, Luke, you know
Yes.
what I'm talking about. But it was he made some good points in the fact that Kiana doesn't look like the type of game that you would get for free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
But what you need to recount though is we got Destruction All Stars last month, which was originally going to launch as a $70 game.
$70 fucking pound. I'm sorry, but that's deal I fucking love because that game was fun for 5 minutes.
Like 65 quid.
Well,
$70.
Actually, I shall quickly make that point now, since I don't think we'll get a chance to talk about it later. Lucid Games, who made Destruction All Stars, have also since confirmed that after it finishes its PlayStation Plus run, Destruction All Stars is going to be $20.
Ah, right. That's a very reasonable price tag. I'll actually say that's very reasonable. Very reasonable.
But yeah, it was originally going to launch for $70 though, and we still got it for free on PlayStation Plus. But then also, if you're going single player wise, we also got Bugsnax as a launch title on PS5 through PlayStation Plus.
Mm.
And with Bugsnax as well, it was one of those things where it was a similar situation to Kiana, where there wasn't really a date for it, and then they just went, "Oh yeah, it's coming to Plus."
I would say that's a good shout for Plus because nothing's been mentioned, and considering it's the 26th of February, March is just 3 days away.
25th.
Well,
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 26th
yeah,
tomorrow, so it's 4 days away, so it's less than a week away for March. So this is when they should be looking towards announcing something for the next set of Plus games.
Well, that's the thing. I do think that's another thing in my predictions. I feel like one of the things that we're going to focus on in State of Play is the March PlayStation Plus games. And this brings me into my next personal prediction and hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's been a lot of rumor about this as well. Final Fantasy VII Remake on PlayStation 5. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this getting a PS5 enhanced version with 60 frames per second, with DualSense features, with extra content, extra bosses, stuff like that. And there's been other rumors just in the past couple of days suggesting that it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus. Like with leakers actually mentioning it's pretty much all but confirmed.
If that's the case, imagine it's a double whammy of both PS5 upgrade with it coming to PlayStation Plus. Oh, I'm saving a lot of money because I really wanted to play that, and I've never. Well, I didn't want to drop the money. I was kind of a bit hesitant on dropping like 50 quid for it. So if that's the case, then I'm definitely playing that.
My thing is, I think in regards to Final Fantasy, I think it's not going to be a free upgrade.
I don't mind.
Is it don't free from PlayStation?
What was that, Connor?
Is anything free from PlayStation?
Well, I mean, yeah, you get quite a good bit free. You
know?
But
literally in the past couple of years, they're free games. I wouldn't say they've been great.
I don't know, man. I'd heavily disagree. There's been some really good ones in the past. I mean, even just in the past few months.
Yeah, I'm not saying like the past couple of the past 2 months, 3 months have been too bad, but the past say 2 years, they've not been great.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, we got Detroit Become Human in that, in that time span, in that 2 year span.
Yeah, but like for 5 months, we got nothing but like.
Yeah, but
in the past 3 years.
I mean,
we got stuff like The Last of Us though in that. We've got
on PS5.
No, on PS4. We got on PS4 last October.
Did we?
It was either last October or it was not long ago. It was a couple of months ago. We got. In fact, no, it was in 2019. Last of Us was on PlayStation Plus because it was announced for Plus just after Last of Us Part 2 got its first release date.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which they should untake that.
The Last of Us was on PlayStation Plus.
The sheer fact that all of you have played number 2 but me, I feel like I've saved a lot of money.
You haven't even played number 1,
I don't
so
want
you have
to.
no room to talk.
Number 1 is one of the best games.
like I just can't get into
Number
it.
one's a
But it
miss.
looks brilliant. It sounds brilliant. The voice action's phenomenal. The music's phenomenal. I just can't get into it.
Just get into your head if you ever do go to play that game, right? It's only one game. There's no second. There's no sequel.
Hmm.
But the point is though, we got The Last of Us though in the past 2 years. We've got Uncharted 1 through 4 in the past like 2 years.
I know, but I'm trying to say it in the past couple of years. How many games have we had that that you would think are more mobile than anything? I've noticed a fuck ton of games. Like even I don't think last month, the month before that, we were getting stuff that should be on a mobile. Like it was just annoying. It's like we're paying. What's it? The price to? Is it like 50, 60 quid a month?
A year. 56 quid a year. That's for your subscription, but then it's like £7 whatever per month.
Yeah.
7-8 quid per month.
Still, for what you're paying for, you expect some decent stuff to be thrown into it.
I mean,
I will say, when we got the infamous Second Son a couple of years back now,
Yeah.
that was decent.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
why they're not bringing all the games that's been out on the PlayStation for longer.
On top of that,
I mean, it's all fair and art, mate. But like, what you need to consider as well is technically, Sony don't even have to give you anything.
Yeah, and we don't have to give them money, but we still have to do it and get online games.
Even though we shouldn't be. The fact that it's daylight robbery that we're for, like the fact that they've got the games and plus you get like the exclusive discounts. Those two do help. Like they make it a bit more worthwhile. But if they weren't PlayStation Plus should not exist.
Yeah, because if PC can come out and literally all you need to do is buy the games and then don't pay anything to fucking play it online, why can't any other consoles do it?
Plus,
you already fork out a fortune for the fucking
because
consoles
have to use dedicated consoles have to use like
no.
That's
the thing. Mate. No. Like when we're playing for PlayStation Plus to play online games, we're not using Sony servers. We're using the game's own service.
Yeah.
Just like
we're not using dedicated servers.
Like if we're playing Call of Duty Cold War, for example, we're using Activision Blizzard's servers.
Yeah.
Because it's especially with playing crossplayer, we don't need.
So for the money that we're spending to get online, nothing is going to the games. Nothing's going to have a dedicated server for it.
But the problem is though, I think the games and the exclusive discounts because some sales you get double discount.
The sales are decent.
In fact, the sales in general from Sony are actually pretty.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like, I know Sony actually do have like big sales on at the moment. Like, they've actually got a big double discount sale at the moment.
Yeah.
I know one of the games in it is the recently released Star Wars Squadrons. It's like £20.99, I think it is.
Yeah, and that was already cheap begin with, and it's been well received.
I mean, everybody's golf dropped from like 40 quid to like $8.99.
That game's actually quite fun. It's actually I've actually enjoyed playing.
As I see it, for the amount that you're paying, like look at Xbox. They have dedicated servers.
Yeah, but mate, they charge the exact same price.
And we don't get dedicated servers.
Yeah, even then. But the thing is, though, only just recently, like when I say just, I mean within the past month, Microsoft is like, oh, yeah, you can play free-to-play games without the need of having Xbox Live. And I was like, I didn't even realise that was even a thing. Because I know.
You had to pay for Fortnite on Xbox.
Yeah. Like it was that bad, but anyways, with sidetracking there, I was gonna
just a rant about PlayStation.
But I can see your point.
And why I want Xbox, a PC.
I can see your point, but ultimately, I think the games as well as the discounts and stuff do kind of make sense to have that thing. But ultimately, if they weren't an incentive, then it's a pointless service. Anyway,
anyway, there is a lot more that they could have done with the money that they get off you, like security. They could improve that.
Yeah, that's everything.
That's the main
that applies to everyone. That applies to everyone. The main problem
I've not played on my PlayStation for long is the securities on it.
Yeah, even I got hacked. But
to get us back on track, another thing probably worth talking about that I think could maybe be brought up during the state of play is the Play at Home initiative that they're doing. Because they're bringing that back this year. Last year they did it where to keep people indoors and playing games during the pandemic, obviously to keep people safe. They gave away some free games. Last year they gave away Uncharted Trilogy and Journey, I believe, for free. They're bringing that back this year. They're doing it for 2 months, I believe. They've announced that the first free game that they're giving away is Ratchet and Clank 2016.
I've already got that.
I don't think I've played that game.
It's a fun game.
I think so.
It's a fun game.
And
It's not your future series game, but it's fun. It's because it's part of the movie. It's like a tie-in of the movie.
Like a remake of the first game essentially, with like elements of 2 and 3.
Yeah. So if you think, wow, this is a reboot, it's not. It's a movie tie-in, and the movie itself is its own standalone thing.
Yeah.
So when people said it's a reboot, it's not. So technically, it's a movie-titled game, which they normally shit, but this one breaks the mold. It's actually a really fun game.
Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, like, what's it called? So they're doing Ratchet and Clank. I believe that's going to be running from March 1st to June 31st or June 30th. And then partway through March, they've also announced that they're doing a special deal with Funimation, who they own like a stake in, where you get a 3-month subscription if you're a new subscriber to them.
But again, their subscription, I think it's like £5 as well.
It's only £5. Then you
So
get,
it's not even that bad after that month either.
But I mean,
you get all of Attack on Titan, Naruto, which Star
You get
Wars,
dubbed, and you can go for subtitled.
You can even get some of the obscure. You can even get obscure stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho, but you can also even get like
Yu Yu Hakusho's not next. It wasn't necessarily
Assassination Classroom.
Yu Yu Hakusho isn't.
I've only just recently started.
It's got a bit of a cult following.
Oh, it's got a cult following, but it is more obscure when you compare it to stuff like Naruto or Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's obscure compared to them, yes, but it's still got quite a big following. It's just it's not in the conversation often because it's already made. It's like while the others are still being made now.
An ad on the Funimation. They've got some lewd stuff as well coming.
Oh yeah.
Well, hang on. Isn't High School of the Dead on Funimation?
Yes,
really?
it is.
I fucking love that series.
Every single episode of High School of the Dead is on there.
I might have to buy that monthly then. I love that.
Did you know Did you know in High School of the Dead there's actually a zombie story inside my titty anime?
Jesus Christ. Plus,
this is
also
the best
for any
podcast ever.
for any gamers as well who actually want to like subscribe to Funimation at some point, I should point out this isn't
There's no ad.
There's no ad. Or anything.
There's no ad.
It's just a good company.
Trust me, I think Funimation probably wouldn't want us sponsoring them.
No.
Well, I will say, if you are into games, though, there is quite a few game animes on there as well. Like you can get the Devil May Cry animated series on there. There's
also, I think they are doing a section of games that you can actually play on that site as well.
I didn't know that. But,
I have no idea about that.
I think they are.
Do you not just make? Do you just not mean in general? There's a gaming anime related where it's like animes of games.
Oh no, like there's a game section, but as I say, I cannot remember if it's on Funimation or Crunchyroll.
It might be Crunchyroll.
More than likely Crunchyroll, because that's a bit more expansive.
But anyway, you can also get you'd also get the Danganronpa anime on there, and you can also get Bayonetta and Ace Attorney's animes on there as well. So
that's anything else? Do you have any wild predictions that you believe you would love to say, but you know for a fine fucking fact they're not happening, but it's just a laugh.
Right.
I know one thing that I said this morning in the chat. I would love for a GTA San Andreas reboot. I know it's never going to happen, but I'd love to see it.
There is rumors going around that 2K or Take-Two have hired a team specifically designed to remake Rockstar games. Because supposedly there's word going around they might be remaking the GTA trilogy that you can buy on PlayStation Store and stuff right now, which was GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Yeah.
I love Vice City. Fucking love that game.
And supposedly there's images online of a supposed GTA 3 remake.
I want to point out for these, when it comes to when you look at certain games getting remakes or remasters, you normally think, does it really need that? And then when you look back at old Rockstar games, oh yeah, most Rockstar,
they definitely
anything before GTA 4 needs a remix. They have aged horribly. GTA 4 still holds up a bit, but before that,
I will say though,
they're all horrible.
GTA San Andreas, the one that you can get on the PlayStation,
You can get them everywhere
now, right? When I first got the GTA San Andreas, I remember because I was in primary, got it day of release, and it was full of fucking bugs.
Yeah.
The same bugs are on the fucking the electronic version. Shut your game
but
down.
yeah, that's what I'm like. When it comes to like these games, it makes sense if they have a separate studio dedicated to that, because my god, they are visually horrible.
Well, plus that they're making a fuck ton,
but they're just that fun
at the minute.
That's the thing. They look visually horrible, but they're that fun to play. So you don't like the graphically, you can get past them.
Yeah, I'd kill for a fucking PS5 visual remake of The Warriors.
Fully?
Never played that, but it's always sort of more piqued my interest.
I wouldn't mind a Bully remake.
Actually, I got something else to say. I've never actually seen the movie.
Bully hasn't aged well. And wait, what?
I've never actually seen The Warriors. I've seen...
What?
Bruh. What?
Is that the one where the dude goes, "Can you dig it"?
No, it's the one.
Can you bitch?
Come out to play.
Yeah.
I've seen
where the guy's got the bottles. He's like, "Warriors, come out to play."
I've seen a lot of. I've seen that. I've seen like stuff of that, but I've never actually seen the full thing because I just never knew where you can watch it.
You need to watch it. It's a fucking good. The game and the fucking film are both awesome.
Well, Luke, we were talking about you possibly coming over for WandaVision's finale, weren't we? Like, maybe then put the Warriors on as well. Get you fucking watching that. Get you educated.
Bear in mind, I'll be socially distancing when that happens.
Yeah, we will be socially distanced.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Luke will be outside while Matthew's got the TV on the window.
I'll just be looking through his window just like this.
He'll not be being a peeping Tom.
What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being a peeping Tom?
I'm not fucking wrong with that, mate.
You've seen little.
It can be if the old woman is literally enjoying it.
Hold on. You've seen Little Nicky. At the start of it, the dude was trying to be a peeping Tom, and he falls through hell. Yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah. You get a drop ride.
Yeah, but then didn't he meet Hitler?
Yes, Hitler, who got a pineapple shoved up his ass.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, I forgot Hitler is in fucking Little Nicky.
Wearing a French maid outfit.
How did you forget that, man? How did you forget?
Well, mainly because with Little Nicky, the one scene that always immediately comes to mind when I fucking talk about it is the bit where the dog's asleep. He's like, na 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 na.
No, the one I like.
The guy's like, that is the most horrifying thing I have ever seen in my life.
The funny bit that I like is when, did you turn his Coke into Pepsi?
Yeah, you changed the Coke into a Pepsi. That was your big transformation.
It's just fucking hilarious, that film. And that has really aged really well.
I fucking love Little Nicky.
But to be honest, the soundtrack in Little Nicky is brilliant as well. Some of the songs you hear.
The soundtrack's amazing.
Silent Bob and Jay.
Jay's Silent Bob in fucking Little Nicky.
I thought they were.
No. I think I know who you're trying to think of.
Who am I trying to think? The ones that...
Oh, are you thinking of the two metalheads?
Yeah,
I think I am. I thought it was for a second there. I thought it was Silent Bob and Jay.
No, it's not Jay and Silent Bob, mate.
No.
Trust me, if it was Jay and Silent Bob, I'd remember that.
But yeah, so hang on, what was your big prediction again?
Connor's was Grand Theft Auto,
Right,
the Grand Theft Auto remake.
Grand Theft Auto remake.
Which I should point out, I do think we will see Grand Theft Auto 5 PS5
I think
port.
that's gonna. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a free PS5 upgrade because they've like there has to be. I'm sorry. Like,
oh no, they won't. They won't. Mate, they didn't even do a fucking free upgrade for fucking PS3 to PS4.
true, but considering other games that have like done that,
It's Rockstar, mate. It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you now.
but there's
If there is a port,
if that's the case, then there's no point just getting it. Then you just play the PS4 version because
because apparently they're adding more story to it, or they're adding like enhanced story and stuff like that to it.
I was totally wrong about that, Jay and Silent Bob. I do apologize, guys. Please do not bite my head off. I did not remember.
I'm just gonna play it. I'm just stick to the PC version of GTA mods.
If you
I
want
love the modded versions.
See, like I could go and like repeat like a broken record and say Silent Hill, but given the VGC report about like that we reported on last week, which we'll actually talk about in a little while, I don't think that's going to happen until summer at the earliest.
I feel like there's a lot of stars aligning for a Silent Hill announcement, but I don't think it'll be now.
I don't think it's state of play. I think that's too random. I feel like, given the hype that's built up around Silent Hill, it won't be until about E3, I'd imagine.
Because that's where more eyes are on the product.
I will say for me, big one, and even then this isn't really that big, but it's one that I'm going to put out there as being a wild card. A PS5 port of Bloodborne with 60 frames per second.
Barbie World.
That's probably going to happen.
That would be the best game to come out.
I guess in the game technically able to work 60 FPS, but they just thought, fuck that.
No, it's 30 frames per second locked. It's always been 30.
I know, but I'm saying like
locked.
the game is wasn't like, is it on PC or something like that, or like the PC port?
No, Bloodborne's not on PC.
Right.
Basically, there's a video online of it running at 60 frames per second. Because someone actually modded their PlayStation 4 and like actually unlocked the frame rates in the game.
Yeah.
But it's not removed the locked frame rate. It's not even on the PS5 version.
But anyways, but yeah, so what was your wild card again? My mind's just so Bloodborne.
Bloodborne PS5 remaster is what I'm gonna go with.
Con, do you have any wild? Obviously, you said GTA, but do you have like any other like stuff that you think it's not gonna happen, but you'd love it if it did? Obviously, you said GTA, but let's put that one to the side.
New Saints Row. Like I said last week, I'd love a new Saints Row.
I'm gonna say that's a bit of a bold one. I feel like that's
like a Saints Row game. No, I will say, I wasn't a big fan of when it went like superpowers type thing in a computer.
Yeah, we've all had that discussion.
Yeah,
but I was gonna say with
I liked Saints Row 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say with
after that was just
I was gonna say because with Saints Row in general, that's not too far. Like, to be honest, that's more reasonable than some of the predictions I've seen from people who think it's legitimately gonna happen. So that's actually, I would say that's a pretty bold one. I don't think it's gonna get announced, but it's one of those ones that I do think it, like, if it did get announced, I'd be like, huh.
Like, I know they were talking about it a while back about bringing it back out, but I don't think it would be this soon.
To be honest, I would love to see like a remake of, like, not a remake, but like a remaster of 1 and 2, like a bundle of 1 and 2.
Yeah,
that'd be
awesome. Fucking awesome. Have it like on a 2-pack. Do you remember where it used to have 1 and 2 in a single like box? I forgot what type of games that they had, but they were the fucking best to have.
I know the HD collections on like the PS3.
Yes, like it was that zombie game.
Days Gone? No, not a zombie game.
No, it was Frank West.
Dead Rising.
That's where you could get the collection of that. I fucking loved them. Even though some of them haven't aged that good, shall we see it?
Dead Rising. I'm sorry, but like
still a good game.
That game will never age well, but it's gonna be fun as fuck.
Hey, Dead Rising will always be fun.
I'm gonna say, hang on, Dead Rising 1 and 2. That's what I mean.
Fun. I fucking love Dead Rising.
No, hey, Dead Rising 2 is still one of my favorite games ever.
I'm just saying graphically, it's just not aging as nice as others.
Graphically, it doesn't age well.
I'm just saying everything else is fine, apart from bugs.
All right, I was gonna say the PS3 version is great. The PS4 version could go fuck right off. I remember in the PS4 version, I left a casino and I flew into the sunset.
Can you post videos of that on Facebook?
Yes, I did. I'll actually link it in the description.
What I would see it is once you finish on here, get the video and send it to Luke to actually put it in the video.
I could overlay it.
All right. Yeah, well, I'll send the video over to you, but
Just send it in the
I'd
group
probably
chat.
have to download it and shit.
Yeah, if you do that, just post in the group chat, and then I can just save the video from there, and then I can just send it to Google Drive, and then that's it.
I remember one funny thing that happened on the newer one, where you have to get the Zombrex for yourself.
For Katie. For what? Dead Rising? Which
Is that
one?
3 or 4?
What, the one where Nick gets bit and he has to like get
the
has to fight
mechanic.
his way through a funeral? Yeah, that's Dead Rising 3.
What I loved about that is because when you had it on the original Xbox One,
yeah, I still do, mate.
Oh, you fucking legend!
So do I actually.
It has the mic connected, and the game can hear you. I fucking love that.
I didn't Alien Isolation have that feature.
Oh,
yeah. Alien Isolation had a feature where basically, like, if you had a camera on and you had a headset on, it could track your head movement, it could track your breathing, and it could track your audio. So, like, basically, if, say, like, you breathed heavily or you made a noise, the alien would hear you in the game. It would hunt you. And Alien Isolation's hard. Alien Isolation, personally, is hard already. That just makes it 100 times harder.
Basically, that's new hard mode plus.
That's basically suicide mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think for me, prediction wise and shit, what I wouldn't mind saying, because hang on, just to clarify, was Gran Turismo 7 delayed?
Yes, it was. It was 2022.
Yeah. But I'm thinking we could see some footage from the game. Not necessarily.
It's possible.
I'd say it's GT Gran Turismo 7
I
gameplay.
could see that happening.
Like, not too much, but a bit more, bit of exploring, deep dive in the game.
A 5-minute video.
Not even that. Just something that has a bit more gameplay and a little bit more than what we saw. Because obviously they do have something to show, but so I would say just a little bit of gameplay or whatever. But but in terms of like out of the box unrealistic prediction. Oh
yeah.
Fucking hell. I've got a couple of ideas, but they're just so fucking dumb.
Go with the first one that goes to your mind, mate.
Right, so this is obviously this is like completely off the bat. No, like, oh, I saw a rumor about it. Now this is completely like, fuck it, why not? Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, and 3 remake, not a HD trilogy, but like the PS3 one, but an actual like not not
see,
like, so just like Ratchet and Clank 3 with the online mode, as in like like completely like,
yeah,
oh fuck, like more of a remaster than what the HD remake was, like a bit of a touch up like the Spyro games and the Crash games got, obviously, but done by Insomniac, so a bit more of a remake, which I think we'll probably get it somewhere in the future, but no, it's not gonna get announced, but it'd be fucking awesome if it did.
Oh mate, like, I'd fucking love that. Although here's the thing, as much as I'd love that to happen with Ratchet and Clank, I personally feel if that happens, it'll happen with Jak and Daxter first.
More than likely, because Jak and Daxter needs a new game, so
Jak and Daxter or Sly Cooper.
I think Jak and Daxter will get it first over Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if they want to drum up new interest for a new game, there's no better way to do it than getting like a remaster of a trilogy or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's like, look at Mass Effect. Actually, yeah, that's actually something we might be able to see. Get like gameplay from the Legendary Edition, like the remake, whatever you call it.
See, I'm very 50-50 on that, because Mass Effect's been predominantly known to have Xbox marketing.
True, but at the same time, EA Access is now on PlayStation, so you can't.
Yeah, mate, but
it's not-
but it is also free with Game Pass as well.
But that's still like it's possible to show that off. Like because that way by showing that off, it's kind of advertising EA access as well on the PlayStation platform. So
that's fair.
So I'd say just again, this is not me thinking, oh, it's going to happen. This is just, if it happens, I'll be thinking that's fucking cool. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm not going to be one of those fucking dweebs. I'll be like, that was the worst thing I've seen. Waste of time.
Oh, mate, you know you're going to get that when fucking Kojima doesn't show up.
Where's my Metal Gear 6? Metal Gear Solid 6.
Yeah, it's funny. You actually sound like one of the fucking... You sound like one of my locals.
I sound like all your locals.
Yes.
Like one of the locals who lives in the area.
All your locals.
And yours, because you only live up the fucking road there, fucking buddy.
Yes, but I don't socialise. So
neither do I.
No, you shout at the window telling them to fuck off. I don't even do that.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You did, anyway.
Closest I ever came to that was when I did a little documentary series I used to call Chavwatch.
No, I remember that time when a guy popped his head through the fucking window of your house to ask for a can of fucking beer.
What?
Well, I can't even remember that.
You don't remember that? It was me, you, and Ethan. And then...
Oh, well, that's probably why.
No, was it me, you, and Ethan, or was it me, you, Johnny, and... Oh, I forgot his name. The young lad. I forgot his name.
Cameron?
Cam. Yeah, Cam.
We were watching something, and then there's me sitting on the couch drinking. What I forgot.
Was it not whiskey? Because you normally drink that.
No, it was that Spanish fucking drink. I forgot what it's called.
Desperados.
No.
San Miguel? No, that's
that.
San Miguel.
I was drinking that out of the can,
Isn't that
and
Italian?
I looked out the window.
I think San Miguel's Italian, yeah.
Was it Italian? I thought it was Spanish.
Yeah, one of the two.
No.
Oh well, it's foreign.
Because I know there's like there's a Spanish one that's like the can's red. I forgot what it's called. But like,
Red Stripe.
No, that's Jamaican. Like the can itself is all there. Anyways, yes.
But I was literally sitting watching the TV or a film, and then all of a sudden he just popped his head in. Oh, can I have a can, mate? Pissed out his fucking mind, but asking for a can. I don't even know. I think he came in. He must have come into your garden.
He has to.
Aye.
I don't even remember that.
And you were kicking off because he was in the garden.
No, I didn't remember that. But anyway, moving on.
Back to it.
Pokemon.
Yeah, there's also a Pokemon Direct as well.
And that's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Which is brilliant for us.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. UK time.
GMT, to be specific.
Yes.
Greenwich Mean Time.
Okay, thank you.
I look, because Greenwich Mean Time in British Standard Time, or like there's a slight difference between the two, like an hour difference. So that's why there's been times where I accidentally look, because obviously how certain time in the year the clocks go back or forward an hour.
Yeah.
So basically, if we go like, so to be GMT specifics, because if you pick the other one, there's like an hour difference, so you can easily miss it wrong. So yeah.
But yeah. So Pokemon Direct tomorrow. They've confirmed it's 20 minutes long, which is decent length.
So that means there has to be one big announcement within that 20 minutes.
Well, that's the thing. I personally feel we're going to get a big announcement. Main reason is Saturday is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon Red and Blue.
Now that would be a big one. New announcement. End of Pokemon.
like just put the Pokemon Company and Game Freak just come on stage and like, fuck this, we're done. And just
we're done.
So
we've had enough.
I'll be honest with it. I'm not really expecting much in the actual event itself. I will be perfectly honest.
I've got two predictions, but only I believe if one is going to happen, the other one isn't.
Okay, you want to go for it?
Well, the one I think you know exactly what I'm going to say is I've seen it trending on Twitter. Diamond and Pearl remake.
Yes. Yes.
That, if that's the case, I'm definitely picking up a Switch just for that.
Yes.
Like
Pokemon, thing is, Pokemon Crystal's my favorite Pokemon game. It
Mm.
always will be. Main reason is just that much nostalgia that I have for it, and it was the first Pokemon game I played.
The thing is, the features in Pokemon Crystal was ahead of its time. It's like everything that you had in like the Game Boy Advance versions and the DS versions, like breeding and daytime, day and night cycles. Like there was all that.
Like originated from like gold, silver, and crystal.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time. It was like the next check. Like,
Plus, it is worth pointing out that gold, silver, and crystal are the only games. Well, obviously, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver are the only games where you can actually visit 2 different Pokemon regions.
Yeah.
Also, just put it out there that I don't give a fuck.
Congratulations.
If anyone's wondering why I'm just sitting back, just listening, it's because I don't care.
Oh, I think people will get used to seeing the fact that when people just talk about stuff, the one person that doesn't understand what's going on will just drift away.
Yeah.
But that's normal. That's normal. So I'll probably me or Matt might do the same, might not, with whatever you talk about.
Probably,
but
most of the ones I'm doing for the early access is PC based.
But there will always be someone who will watch that and take intrigue to what you say. So that's the important thing. But yes,
well, that's why I'm not saying it when you're talking. That's why I waited.
But you look at the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. But I've got something that I saw a couple of tweets. They were just like joking tweets. But they said,
I think I know exactly where you go with this.
They said they'll fucking quit Pokemon if they ever see it. Basically a let's go Pokemon game set in Sinnoh instead of a Diamond and Pearl game. That obviously the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games weren't bad. But
I really enjoyed Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
I'm sorry, if you tease Diamond and Pearl like a Sinnoh based game and people think, oh, it's a remake, and all of a sudden it's a fucking Let's Go game.
Now,
thing will be pissed.
I'm there with you on the Diamond and Pearl remake being the thingy, because apparently it is pretty much being regarded as one of the worst kept secrets.
Yeah, it was trending on when it was trending on Twitter. Normally, when you see game rumors trend, especially for something like Diamond or Pearl or like any video game in general, before it's even announced, more than likely it is announced in some way, shape, or form. And considering how,
I mean,
go on.
It's not just that though; it's the fact that Diamond and Pearl remakes have been teased since last year. That's how long this rumor's been going on for. It's been going on since last year.
And I feel, considering we had remakes done, it's not out of the question.
Exactly. Well, I mean, like, this year is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, as I've already said. But it's also an anniversary year for Diamond and Pearl as well.
So the stars are aligning. I'm
pretty sure it's the 10th anniversary or something this year, or...
but still, it'd be fucking hilarious.
No, 10th or 15th anniversary?
15th, I think, because it'd be coming around 2007 when they came out. Like the Diamond and Pearl
I think
ones.
it was... might be the 15th.
So 2006, but
yeah, like, I'm all there for it. And the thing is...
whenever it gets announced, I'm not asked. I'll be happy, but it's just funny seeing the hype build up behind it. And if it's like a Let's Go game set in Sinnoh, that's gonna be nice to see.
See, like, I might actually be among the minority here when I say this, but I actually wouldn't mind a Diamond and Pearl remake with some Let's Go features.
Well, that's the thing. If it's a fully fledged game with a bit of Let's Go features, that'd be awesome.
Well, the thing is, imagine you have the same sort of base mechanics of what you've got in Diamond and Pearl already. Then you add in the ability to have a Pokemon follow you, like Let's Go Pikachu, and like even, Heart Gold, Soul Silver had that as well.
I don't know why that feature is not in all Pokemon games. That is like,
because I love that feature. I love when you can have the Pokemon like follow you around. Plus, another feature that Let's Go had was it allowed you to see shinies like in the actual wild. If you encountered a shiny, like you could see it was a shiny and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is though, like, because a lot of people give Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee a lot of hate. The only thing is, with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, even though it's simplistic, I like the catcher mechanic.
Yeah.
It's very simple, because the thing is, even though the catcher mechanic is simple, and I would prefer maybe, obviously, having some of the battling and stuff like that in there, like, you've at least still got the trainer battles, so you've still got your battling mechanic. And it's not like the same shit that fucking Pokemon, like, Go has, because trust me, I've been playing Pokemon Go recently. The battles in that is bad. It's so bad.
It's just shit. Yeah, I agree.
But having like these sort of like easier mechanics and stuff like that, or like easier to grasp for newcomers, is kind of good. The one thing I don't want to see, and I genuinely mean this, but I know it's going to happen and it's going to piss me off, but I'll still play it. Experience share for every single member of your team. I do not fucking like it. I want it gone. I'm sick of like, I mean, yeah, it comes in handy when, like, say I've got like a level 40 like Rillaboom and like a level 1 Pidgey or something, and I want to level it up. But like,
Plus, I feel like XP share in general in more recent Pokemon games are becoming easier and easier to easier and quicker to obtain.
Well, that's the thing. You don't even get an experience share anymore in the games, mate. It's like
it's just natural.
You just all your team levels up anyway.
I feel like that's cutting away a lot of the grind, which I feel like.
Because see, I used to love in Pokemon Crystal where you'd have that element of you'd have your Pokemon, you'd focus on your one Pokemon that you wanted to level up and stuff like that. And then if you had the experience share, you could level up another Pokemon that you maybe didn't have the time to spend with and stuff like that.
Especially if you had like a, let's say, a level 40 starter Pokemon, and it was just wiping the floor against all these other Pokemon that's like level 30, 20, whatever, like in the wild. And if you caught a Magikarp as well at level 5, whack out XP share on that, and then you're going to have a Gyarados in no time. And it's like, obviously, technically, that can still happen with XP share, like XP being spread amongst all the other people, but it just made it more satisfying to earn that one XP share to apply to one Pokemon specifically.
But here's my thing, right? And this is just so obviously we can like try and speed it along and get some more news out and stuff like that. Personally, to me, I feel Diamond and Pearl is the most likely one.
Yeah.
Part of me is feeling like this is just a gut feeling, mind you. Part of me is feeling that we could get a sequel to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but it'll be something like Let's Go Pichu and Let's Go Togepi.
That's more realistic.
Johto.
That's more
because you got to think
they're not going to skip Johto and I don't know what third gen region is. Hoenn. They're not going to skip two regions. Just go to Sinnoh. So I don't.
But the thing is, Johto, like the Johto games, are also celebrating an anniversary this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a Let's Go sequel in Johto would continue the Let's Go series, and then you can do the Diamond and Pearl remake for the more faithful, like for the older fans and stuff like that. And my completely out there prediction, which is never going to happen, and it's always going to depress me, and it's always going to break my heart. I want to see, and trust me, we were just talking last week about Skyward Sword being $60 and people like paying it and it not being what. I don't give a fuck. I would pay $60. I would pay $100 for this. I want a double pack in HD of Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Ooh, that's a very bold shout. Because I think those games would be brilliant for the Switch. Because they're more than handheld, but also that is a good. That is a bold shout.
Only console releases, but I have been begging for these games to be re-released for years, and like years upon years upon years, and it's just, especially when you look at the price of XD now, man. Like a pre-owned copy of XD is about like £120.
Yeah, so technically you'd still be saving money than what you would if you bought the physical copies. And plus it's not available on digital. It's all like on the Nintendo eShop, is it not?
No, it's not. But like I would pay good money for that. And what you need to consider as well is the fact that if you tie it in with like obviously everything that's going on with like Pokemon Go and stuff at the moment, Pokemon Go currently have a mode or like a event going on with Team Rocket at the moment. By Team Rocket. Team Rocket are using Shadow Pokemon.
And that's
Pokemon was the primary mechanic of those games.
Yes, that was a very Oh, you know what they could bring out?
What?
Oh, what was the name of it? Pokemon Battle Revolution remake.
Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. Thing is, the visuals look good on Pokemon Battle Revolution. I even went to an event back in the day to play that like early.
Oh.
And I actually like waited outside the shop at like 9 a.m. to get it first thing. And I was incredibly disappointed.
I don't even know what's even in the game. I just know it existed.
It essentially, mate, like, because the thing is, Pokemon Battle Revolution, at least the way it looked and everything that they were putting out in like screenshots and stuff, looked like it was going to be like an XD sequel. And instead it was more like a Wii version of Pokemon Stadium from the N64.
Oh.
So it was like, and here's the thing, it was a less good Stadium.
Wasn't there a Pokemon game called Pokken or something like that? That was like a Tekken-based...
Yeah, Harada-san worked on it.
Yeah, like whatever happened to that one? That kind of just like appeared and then died.
Pokken exists.
Yeah.
Like, Pokken Tournament came out on the Wii U originally.
Yeah.
And then they did a port of it onto the Switch with like enhanced visuals and stuff called Pokken Tournament DX. You could play as a Suicune in that.
So is that it for Pokemon? Actually, no.
That's it.
I've got one more thing. They're gonna bring out some gimmicky device.
Well, I mean, apparently they're talking about re-releasing the Pokeball Plus.
Yeah. So I could imagine them releasing a gimmicky device or some shitty gimmick app that's just...
Final thing I'm going to say about Pokemon, if we're literally going to close the book on it now.
Yeah.
We'll get a Pokemon Sleep release there, and we'll get more Pokemon T-shirts.
Yeah. That's probably...
Just to rub the salt in the wound.
There has to be a new game, but anywho. Right, so
Connor!
Yes, Connor.
Over to you, buddy.
You look dead.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just he's going on about Pokemon for the past 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
but what you need to consider, mate, is like it is an event and people will be interested in Pokemon.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But as I've said from an early age, I'm not. So it really doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, fuck it. You got your games to say and elaborate the world on. Whether it be like the early access games. Now, yeah, what have you found this week?
Well, I haven't also just done early access games for this as well. I've done games that have been released since we last did the podcast. I can go on names of the games.
Oh, yeah, you lost volume there.
Oh, fuck.
No, you sound fine now, but there was a bit where you just dropped out while talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you're fine now.
I've got some like names of the games that came out since last week. I don't know if you want us to go into detail about the games, but literally one of the first games I saw that came out on the 19th, so literally last when we recorded. It's a game called Boom Blaster for Xbox One. This is literally, I will say to people, I got the information off the games, so I'm not going to write it down saying that I've said it. But on the game, it said Boom Blaster is an outstanding brain blasting, ground shaking, old school mega run and gun game.
Right.
A group of space prisoners took their chance to escape, but their road to freedom would not be so easy. Meet all kinds of classic monsters and deadly enemies, from small acid insects to huge one-eyed bosses with guns and bad tempers. Right then, so that's Boomer Blaster. But I will also, if if you want, Luke, I can send over the game, like the picture of the game
Yeah.
cover, just so that you can pop them up. Like, as I say, it does look like an old one. It is out on other consoles like the PC, and that came out like earlier on before this whole thing on the 17th.
Yeah. What's it called again?
It's called Boom Blaster.
Boom Blaster.
Boom Blaster.
Aye.
So.
Actually, I'm going to send a link over, and I can actually, if you look into the group chat,
Yeah.
this is the site where I found the games that I'm looking at. The next one is a game called Puss.
What?
Yeah, Puss. Puss. You think that's funny?
Is it at least cat related? Please say it is.
Yes.
Good.
I was
A
going to say,
cat on fucking acid. Can I see it?
oh,
That's the whole fucking thing about it. Insane observe. Observe? Is that
Observe.
ABSURD? Observe?
Absurd. Like absurd.
Observe. All right. I'm
That's
not good. I'm
absurd.
dyslexic.
Okay.
And intense avoid 'em up game about a cat. Puss might be the strangest video game. In Puss, you play as a small pixelated cat, head navigating short mazes. The mazes are often filled with obstacles and bullets impending your route to the end. And I will say, I did not write this, and I can't make sense of half of it. Your route to the end, and if you touch a wall for too long, you'll get zapped and lose a life. That's only part of the experience, though. It's the mind-melting, psychedelic. Fucking hell! What is that word?
Right.
AESTHETIC.
Acidic?
Aesthetic? Is it?
I don't know.
so, what was that again? Sorry.
AES.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic. On paper, it looks like fuck for me.
I want to point out when Connor says he's dyslexic, that's not like
I am.
He's legitimately dyslexic.
I am literally
that's not him going, huh?
Not me being a dick. I am
he
dyslexic.
is. Yeah.
So basically, it looks like an old-fashioned like game where you have to avoid stuff. But before you've played it, you've took about 5 tablets of acid. That's how fucking insane it looks.
That kind of ties in with what we were saying last week regarding just fucking batshit weird games.
Oh, aye.
With the dick jousting. Or genital jousting.
There's also a game I know Matthew does like as well.
Oh, okay.
It's a game that recently just come out on the Xbox One, the PS4 and Switch. Steve Universe, Unleash the Light.
Actually, I have never seen Steven Universe.
I thought you said you did see it.
No,
before.
I've never seen Steven Universe in my life.
I thought you actually did.
You might be mixing it up. You might be mixing it up with something.
It might be Adventure Time or regular show.
But basically,
they're all the same to me. Those shows, even though completely different. But
well, actually, with the thing that I sent, you'll be able to see the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
To Steve the Universe. Basically,
isn't it an RPG?
Pretty much. It used to be a previous mobile game, which has been ported over to the consoles. So that's all it says in that.
Okay.
The next one is Efi or
Eevee.
EFFIE. That's the name of the game.
Effie?
Effie.
I'll double check that one.
Literally, it's even on the website. EFFIE. Efi.
Effie, yeah.
Basically, it's a 3D adventure game that combines classic elements from the genre, such as combat, platforming, and puzzles, with the exploration of an expanded world. Live in a unique fantasy adventure, free the cities from a powerful and dark evil, relive the look and feel of old school video games, And look on it, it does look interesting.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the main character looks like Gerald with a mustache.
Yes, he does.
It looks like Gerald with a mustache set inside a DreamWorks animation.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna send you a picture, Matt.
All right.
It looks
I'll have a check.
like it looks like as if Gerald was in a DreamWorks animation or Pixar animation. In with a mustache, like if he's got the beard, but with a bit more emphasis on the mustache.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'll wait
Oh,
until you see
Jesus
it.
Christ. It you know what it looks like? It looks like Geralt with the mustache, right? But with the body of fucking Jonesy from Fortnite.
Yes.
Right, guys. Right now, you've just heard what we've all said. Now a picture will show of him on screen. Just after we've butchered him.
It's a solid design. It's just the.
Oh, aye.
It's not like they're
You
ripping it
can
off.
tell where they've got their ideas from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a cool looking character nonetheless. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
there's no like negativity regarding
definitely.
the design or anything.
No, it's just like he does look badass.
Yeah.
He does look badass. The next one is Aldeus. Eltdeus. I don't know how you pronounce that. Beyond Kronos. It's basically a sci-fi adventure full of robot battles, pop music, and emotions, featuring one of the largest branching storylines ever in a VR game.
What's it called again?
With 50
Alt Deus.
Yes.
Like Deus is in Deus Ex.
Yes, it literally looks. If you look on the pictures, it's the one that looks like
yes,
anime.
Aldios.
It's got 15 to 20 hours of gameplay, which will place you in the shoes of Cole, a pilot in humanity's forces fighting massive hostile organisms known as the Meteora. Weird name, but that's the word.
The reviews for the game seem to be quite high, actually.
That's what I'm saying. All these games that I'm looking at, they do look decent and something I would play. The next one is called The Sinking City.
I think I've heard of that one.
Ah, The Sinking City. I've actually got that on my PS4. I've never touched it yet.
Yeah, a sci-fi adventure.
Sinking City.
It's based on the works of
I
HP.
got the wrong fucking shit down there.
It's based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, by the way, have you ever Googled H.P. Lovecraft's cat?
No.
Do it. Don't see the name. Just look at it. Just do it now.
Yeah, I will just read into the thing.
Okay, I'll check this out while you look.
I did copy the previous game's information there. Luckily, it's just on the other screen.
You better include an image, by the way.
In the 1920s, The Sinking City is a game of adventure and investigation set in an open world, inspired by the works of the famous American horror author H.P. Lovecraft, as we've said.
Oh.
The player steps into the shoes of a private investigator who arrives in the city of Oakmount, Massachusetts, a city suffering from unprecedented floods of supernatural phenomena. Players must uncover the source of whatever has taken possession of the city and minds of the inhabitants. And I don't know if I want to know what this cat looks like.
It's not the cat. What it looks like. It's the name.
It's not what it looks like. It's its name.
Just type in H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
And whatever you do, Connor, do not fucking read his name
out. Do not.
Oh, fuck.
Let's have a look.
Just
don't
read it out. Or don't even lip read
it. Don't read.
Oh my fucking god!
I know, right?
Fuck me! Fuck? Now, I can beat that.
Oh god.
Type in, I'm not going to see it, type in the dinosaur with 500 teeth.
Okay. What am I getting myself into here?
What? It looks a bit like a fucking hippo. Like, the head looks a bit like a hippo. But, like, its body is like...
Jeez, actually, it does kind of look like a hippo. What the fuck?
Like, its head is like a hippo, but the rest of it is like a fucking... like.
But have you seen the name?
Wait. Hang on. Oh, I didn't notice. I just scrolled down.
Jesus Christ.
I just...
You know, Given how fucking anti-friendly that name is, fucking, it's kind of funny that it's also got like it looks like a fucking Yoshi, so it looks like a proper family-friendly thing.
That's the thing. I didn't scroll down there, and actually, if you look at the if you look at, all I'm saying is, if you take away the Saurus bit, you're left with an African country name.
Yeah, that's actually, it is based off that country. It's not based on the word itself. It is based on the country.
I think people
we get the idea.
We
get the idea.
Click together what it is.
We get that.
I know, but I'm just saying it isn't around all the bad press of it. It is about. It was founded by a person from that country, so they called it that. So that's what I found out when I was doing some history up on it.
Okay.
My thing.
Any more new releases there, Connor?
Yeah, there is a game called Drowning. It's coming on PC, PS4, and the Switch. It's a psychological investigation visual novel set in a futuristic dystopian city, following the story of Mordred Foley, unscrupulous private detective, haunted by his dark past, and look into a series of... Oh, for fuck's sake, these fucking words. Macabre? Macabre. Serial killings inspired by Greek mythology. It does look that nice, that one.
Seems like a bizarre combination of things.
Seems like it could be very macabre.
Like sounds a bit like George Orwell meets fucking Kratos.
If you actually look at the game, it does. Some of the pictures do look like more like of a cyberpunk type of feel, and then it goes on other genres of games. It does look interesting. I do like the looks of it, and I know there's a game. I don't know if you will like it, Luke, because I can't remember if you like the game, but I know Matthew definitely likes it. Persona 5 Strikes.
I played Persona 5, but not
Persona 5 Strikers.
You mentioned that last week,
which
didn't you?
Came out on the 23rd.
Yeah, I mentioned it last week. Yeah, it came out just this past Tuesday. I haven't been able to pick it up yet. Mainly because my payday is until tomorrow. So I'm going to be picking that up tomorrow, and I'll probably discuss thoughts next week.
It does look quite interesting. I did pick up some information on it. Looking for some rest and relaxation, the Phantom Thieves set out to begin their road trip until a ruthless Kyoto detective enlists their help investigating a series of strange cases occurring across Japan. Otherwise, he'll arrest Joker. As they dig deeper into the mystery, they discover another realm where innocent people are being jailed and forced to forfeit their hearts' desires by the whims of its ruler. In typical Phantom Thieves style, they're going to use everything they've got to liberate the imprisoned and return their hearts and strike back against the corruption in the most explosive fight yet.
Yeah,
so it does sound quite interesting, that.
Well, basically, to sum it up, essentially, it's a sequel to Persona 5. If you've played Persona 5 in the past, it's a sequel to that story. So if you do love
it, play it. I think you got me to play it, Matthew.
Yeah,
I wasn't too solid on it because it's the sort of game where you have to read a lot.
Well, Persona, like the Persona series and even Shin Megami Tensei are all like games that require a lot of reading.
Yeah, and with my dyslexia, it is crap.
Plus, to be fair, Connor, it probably wouldn't be your type of game anyway, like Persona 5 anyway, because it's turn-based RPG.
I'm not gonna lie, I did find a bit like the UI of Persona 5 were quite difficult to adjust to, and I'm not exactly dyslexic. I'm not tested, but I might have.
It's very stylish.
Yeah, it's very. Obviously, once you get you wrap your head around what you're actually looking at, it's perfectly fine. But
I will say though, Persona 5 Strikers is very different.
It's like Dynasty Warriors, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a Musou game, so it's very much like Dynasty Warriors, where it's very hack and slash rather than turn-based thing. So essentially, where before you'd run in, you'd find a demon, you'd take turns fighting it and stuff like that. This time you just run in and like go guns a-blazing and just take them out in a matter of seconds. I've heard apparently there's even like special moves you can do where you ride skateboards into them and shit and kill them like instantly.
Well, as I say, I found that, and I knew you would like that, Matthew. So that's why
Persona 5 Strikers is interesting.
Another one, I know that it'll come back to when we were younger. Is a game called Taxi Chaos, which is a fresh and modern
Yes.
take on classic taxi games.
Oh,
Which
Like Crazy
reminds me a
Taxi.
lot more like Crazy Taxi, where drivers can earn big fares and
Minus the
successful
Offspring.
picking up. Yeah. The less we say about the Offspring, the better.
I'm not aware of that, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's essentially like, you know how like Balan Wonderworld's releasing, and that's meant to kind of be like a modern interpretation of Knights, just less good.
Guys, just so you know, on camera, I do apologize, and I am scratching my eye a lot. It's fucking killing. I think I've got my eyelash in.
Well, Taxi Chaos is pretty much Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Aye. Another game I have been reading up a lot of, and have also been watching like a load of videos, is a game called Were Here Together.
Yes,
Basically,
those. Yeah, they're free. They're actually free on
Yeah.
PlayStation at the moment.
And literally, it's out on Linux, Mac, PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and I think they may do it onto the Xbox Series X
X.
at a later date. But
Yeah.
basically, it's a solve a puzzle type of game where you literally, this is what it says: embark on a puzzle-solving adventure, which you and a partner must prove you can communicate and work together to escape the haunted Castle Rock. It all begins with an emergency flare lighting up in the sky and a distress call waking you from uneasy dreams. Then it goes on to a lot more, but basically, it's one person. It's like a two-player game. One person's in one room with a walkie-talkie to the other, and you have to try and help each other out of the puzzle. Which I have seen some gameplay of it. Of not we were there here together. It was another one.
We were here.
We were here, and that was quite a good thing. It was quite a good little game, and something I would love to do on that, where one person's literally like not on we're not on Discord, but we're talking in game. I think that'd be a decent thing to get.
I mean, mate, like I says, it's currently free on PlayStation. Like you can actually get like We Were Here 1, I think it is, because that's all I've seen on the PlayStation Store. But you can get that completely free on the PlayStation Store right now.
The funny thing is, that's not the only one either.
Oh, I know it's a series, but I'm saying like the first game is free. I believe it's free till the end of the month.
It's free. Then there's We Were Here Together, and there's another We Were Here Too, which is basically all like set around the same functions, just different setups.
Essentially, it's a co-op adventure, very similar A Way Out.
And that's all that they were all for the 23rd of last month. As of today, there is some games that have come out. One called Republic Q Remastered.
I'm not sure about Republic.
Never heard.
I haven't I've heard the name Republic.
That might be it. I might be just misspelling it.
Yeah. It's Republic Remastered, but I've never seen anything on it.
Basically, the whole concept is you receive a call from Hope, a woman trapped inside a mysterious totalitarian state.
Totalitarian. No. And that can pronounce
totalitarian.
Yes.
Is that where there's no alcohol? It's a total free zone, like where there's no like alcohol supplements or stuff like that.
To me, it sounds like a dictatorship. The idea. So just go with that.
Yeah. So basically, you hack into an elaborate surveillance network. You guide Hope through a web of danger and deception across 5 thrilling episodes. Players communicate with the main character, Hope, through their phone or computer in order to help her escape. The player controls surveillance cameras in the fictional state.
As Luke said, it's pretty much a dictatorship. That's what totalitarian means.
In order to monitor Hope's actions as well as hack into the various electronic devices, the interface that the players must use is the OmniView software.
OmniView, yeah, that's...
Which allows them to lock and unlock doors. So you get totally that. It's out on PC, PS4, Switch, possibly an Xbox in the future or already is out on it. This is just what I saw on that date.
Right.
Then we've got a new one called Hellpoint, which does look quite interesting.
I discussed that last week,
Yeah.
mate.
How did you discuss? I couldn't remember if you did or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, it's Doom Souls.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember talking about that. Yeah.
And if you were also going to mention it as well, mate, we also discussed Ghosts and Goblins as well last week.
Oh no, I wasn't going to mention that one. It wasn't a one that I was interested in. The other one was Wrath of Arion of Ruin, which is that one is an early access one on PC. It is on PS4, Switch, and Xbox. So that basically you're an outlander once adrift upon the ageless sea. You now find yourself on the shores of a dying world. From the consuming darkness emerges a figure cloaked in white, the shepherd of wayward souls, who burdens you with the task of hunting down the remaining guardians of the old world. You must journey into the vast gloom to explore ancient ruins, discover forgotten secrets, and battle the horrors that lurk within. So even just the whole concept of what they've written, it does sound interesting as well. But when you go in looking at it as well, it reminds me of the old Doom or Quake.
Yeah.
If you have a look at it,
yeah,
it does. It just gives us that the feeling of it.
Is that it for the new releases, mate? Or
I've got 1, 2, 3, but I can go on to that later on because that's like from tomorrow, pretty much.
all right, well, yeah, we can leave that till next week if you want them.
yeah.
I do have early accesses that have come out. I'll not go into the full detail of the description because some of them don't make sense because these is what I found on Steam, and whoever fucking wrote it can't fucking spell. Because
At least it's not.
literally, I've got it in a Word document and it's all fucking red.
Just to get the obligatory dick comment out there, it wasn't you, was it, Connor?
Wow. Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome.
I'm going to send Anthrax to your house.
Nature's perfect bioweapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
But as I get, I'll just go over the names of the games. Basically, Rustler
already, mate.
fights in tight spaces, Imagine Earth, Now the Lost Eye, Hadean Tactics, and Portal Worlds. They all got some decent names. Some of them, I wouldn't say like they're too good, like the most 2D scrolling and stuff, but I know the Now the Lost Eye has got a VR feature in it. So anything with VR, I normally like the look of, even though I've only got VR for the PlayStation. And I'm trying to get one for this bad boy here. But that's pretty much all of the
Nice.
that I could find on new releases up till today or release on early access. I will keep up to date on what I said last week about the 2 early access that are actually quite big now. They're like
The space ones.
I know when I first looked into it, they had a whole community of over, like 100 million people watching it. So it is getting massive. If it
100 million
goes something like that, it's a lot of people.
Do you not think it's
had like 1 in a fucking jillion fucking zeros?
Probably just be a million, mate. Because if a game had 100 million concurrent users,
did it have Connor? Did it have 6 zeros?
I'm not going to sit there and count them.
Just say a million.
Basically, I'm going to keep you up to date if
yes.
anything goes off from them.
So
you know, with Connor mentioning Anthrax there, it just reminds us of that joke about the female suicide bomber, where she mixed their Anthrax up with the Tampax and blew up the wrong cunt.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wouldn't cut that though, right?
No. However, if we're going to leave the Anthrax in, we're leaving that in.
All right.
I'm going to say, like, after all that, I think, because obviously they still have a couple of things we can bring up, and I feel like we're running a bit on time.
Well, the thing is, obviously, we can probably cut a few things down as well, but the thing is, I feel like we do have some things we need to talk about because we did miss out on some things last week.
But I feel like
we should
what we could do is a rapid fire thing. So
yeah, rapid fire.
So like you've met. So for example, you've got a lot of rumors to say. Obviously, if you go through them all.
Well, I mean, I would say first things first. Let's discuss something that I know you wanted to talk about, and that was EA acquiring Codemasters.
Yeah.
That
was a Codemasters. Was a independent British company, and now it's not. It's not into. It's owned by EA. And now EA is pretty much
EA French.
American Electronic Arts.
Ubisoft's
French. Ubisoft.
The Ubisoft. I knew there was a company.
Were you about to say
But I was going to say with this, essentially, if you take away Polyphony Digital or Sony, like Turn 10, I think, like Microsoft.
Yeah, Turn 10 and Playground.
If you take away them, Microsoft's got Electronic Arts has got a monopoly on racing games, and that's fucking scary. Because the thing is, you think, oh well, Project Cars that was done by Slightly Studios. They were acquired by Codemasters. And then shortly after, Codemasters now. Yeah, so more than likely they're gonna make Need for Speed Shift 3 because that 1 and 2 was made by
Bethesda being took over by Microsoft.
But the difference is though, like they've got a plethora of different games. When Codemasters is like the standout racing game maker, now that's all under one umbrella of Electronic Arts. Electronic Arts has got no competition when it comes to racing games in general, and now that means Electronic Arts has the license to the Formula 1 games.
Guys, we know what we're going to be making as a game.
Like it's just like it's just not good at all. Considering you look
at pit stop.
Yeah, if you look at other sports games in general, like they've all got some Ultimate Team mode, like would be Madden, like NHL, FIFA. So now they've got Formula 1 under their ranks. Fucking hell, it's going to be a piss take.
Ultimate Pit Stop. It seems like a likely title.
It's going to be. They're doing the force fed a fucking Ultimate Team in UFC games. How?
Yeah.
So, considering Formula 1 is consisted of drivers and teams, they're going to bring in legend drivers for this Ultimate Team, and it's going to be pay to win bullshit, and all the career mode. And all that stuff is going to stagnate because of it. If it doesn't, then I'll be fucking happy. But you look at EA's past track record, that's not going to happen. But then again, though, Formula 1 is an untouched territory when it comes to the Ultimate Team bullshit and other sport games, which was when they first came out, it was, this is a cool concept, cool online concept. So as it developed, they drip fed more and more bullshit in. So then now it's an absolute shit show. With Formula 1. Where we've been so aware of all that bullshit, I'm hoping that most of us will be like, fuck off. Like, look at Battlefront, for example. Battlefront 2, when that was first released. The massive the massive backlash from the Star Wars community, because they knew that was bullshit. It wasn't like it was a little bit here, a little bit there, and all the time it came bullshit, and people were like, we're used to it. It was like bullshit up at the start. Yeah, so I'm hoping it's a similar reaction of, don't even fucking dare do that to us.
Well, I mean, the thing is, with EA, you can't really spell dead without EA. But the thing is, this might actually bode well for you, though. And I wanted to get your thoughts on this as well. Because this actually came out just before we started recording, and I didn't know when to mention it.
Yeah, go for it.
EA recently confirmed in an interview or something like that, that they're going to be allowing their studios to just do their own thing. They're not even going to interfere anymore.
So it's going to be it's probably going to be like an Activision Blizzard.
Activision easily fucking interfere with their games.
But like Formula 1 games are still going to be under the banner of Codemasters.
Yeah. So like Formula 1 games will still be handled by like Codemasters. Project Cars probably still by Slightly Mad Studios. If Respawn want to make Titanfall 3, they can.
I think it's interesting because Project Cars was published by Bandai Namco.
It was, mate, but Slightly Mad owned the IP, so the IP is now EA's because they advertise it in their own little like introduction.
But that's the
to
thing with
Codemasters thing.
them acquiring Codemasters, you're gonna get Dirt, the Dirt franchise, Formula One franchise, Project Cars franchise, the Grid franchise. So that's just 4 racing franchise right there and then. And
Do
obviously,
they also acquire Fast and Furious Crossroads?
I think EA themselves will probably just tell that to burn. Technically, Micro Machines. I think that was published by Codemasters. What was that other one? Onrush or something like that? That game.
Onrush, yeah.
Obviously that.
Yeah, it was like MotorStorm.
But so they've got a few, racing IPs alone. It's not really that good when they're pretty much monopolizing an entire genre. Because obviously when you look at shooters are everywhere. Like it doesn't matter how big one game company is.
Yeah, in American schools.
Those are military training. Those are military training exercise videos.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you see the whole thing after that as well? That several department stores started selling Kevlar to put into school kids' bags.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Another thing to quickly bring up while we're on the topic of EA is
Anthem.
obviously, yeah, Anthem. Anthem Next has officially been cancelled.
I'm glad.
A game that did look interesting.
It did. Well, that's the thing. It looked interesting, but because they were improvising on the spot.
Well, the thing is, when I played the beta, the flying mechanics were really good.
Oh yeah,
the flying mechanics were actually fantastic.
That's the only good thing.
But it was very bullet spongy. It was very repetitive. They never really knew what to do with it. That's just from the beta.
And that's the thing. It basically, when I first played, I played the very first level of the game. Well,
I don't think I ever got a chance to play it.
You saved yourself some time.
Yeah, you did.
Because I played the first level of it, and I'm like, okay, let's fly about. Oh, this is pretty cool. Wait, you want me to stand in the spot for 1 minute and fight off enemies, and then move to this point and stand still for a minute and fight against a wave of enemies? Why is it identical to Destiny?
Yeah, you're just sitting there like with your control, like fucking Dante and Devil May Cry 4. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's just like what the like. It was like completely how to say it. All the like obviously there's probably a little bit more variety to the missions and stuff, but it was just like that's how you introduce it. You by copying a very despised thing in one of the most popular video games. Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair,
I'll uninstall it when I got that mission in the first game. I was like, fuck that.
In all fairness, I think a lot of people went off the whole like Destiny games as a service type thing when Avengers kind of released and
bombed,
adopted it, and didn't do very well.
A game like the Avengers should never have been a live service game.
I will admit though, from the footage that they released from the Hawkeye War Table a couple of weeks ago, like it looks like it's getting better. Like Hawkeye looks really good in that.
Yes, all 7 players will be happy.
Hey, I'm going to be playing it. Just to quickly point out as well, I'm going to be one of those players when the PS5 launches, like the PS5 version launches.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Spider-Man,
next every PlayStation 5 in the world.
Obviously with the Spider-Man, Spider-Man DLC, that's gonna get people to give it a look. But after that, that's it. I think that's gonna be the end of the game.
Do you want me to do the quick fire now?
Yeah, just quick fire.
So, just to quickly go through basically some gaming news things that we managed to gather from across the week. Loads of stuff in regards to video games to film. We had the new Mortal Kombat trailer, which have you managed to watch that?
I actually have seen it.
Looks fun.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Like I fucking love that scene where like Sub-Zero slices Scorpion, freezes his blood, and then stabs him with it. Like that's fucking insane.
I'm just saying that Get Over Here was fucking trash.
Yeah, Get Over Here should only ever be done by Ed Boon. Ed Boon should be the only one who does Get Over Here.
That Get Over Here.
But we got some new news coming from the Twisted Metal series that Sony's working on. It's officially getting the writers who worked on Deadpool and Zombieland. They're going to be writing the script, and I mean, we've seen Deadpool, we've seen Zombieland. We know that those series are known for notoriously dark humor.
Good.
Which gives me the feeling that this series is probably going to be based more on Twisted Metal Black, which focused very heavily on dark humor. And apparently it's also confirmed that Will Arnett is going to be voicing Sweet Tooth. Now, Will Arnett's the voice of BoJack Horseman, for anyone who isn't aware.
I know, yeah. He's a diverse
he's a good actor.
Yeah.
And the only other bit of game to film news that I heard this week was about the Halo series, the long in development Halo series.
Is that the one Steven Spielberg's supposed to be putting?
Supposedly, yeah, I think it is anyway. But yeah, that's officially got a date now. It's got a release window anyway.
Wasn't it announced back when Halo 5 was being announced?
Yeah, that's how long it's been in the works. It's coming to Paramount Plus as an original in 2022.
And that's an American service, so...
Has anyone else seen the trailer that popped out today of Army of the Dead?
No.
I did. I didn't think much of the...
Bautista. Is it Dave Bautista?
Dave Bautista.
Bautista.
I didn't think much of the trailer, to be honest.
It doesn't look too bad, but I will say that the zombies didn't look too...
No, here's the thing. It's like Army of the Dead is going to have a lot of potential. It's just the only issue is the trailer tried to cram way too much into such a short period of time.
But if you looked at the same where it's like went out and showed how many were there, it literally looked like they just took a fucking video from a game. It was that bad.
No, it looked like Dawn of the Dead. It looked like Dawn of the Dead from 2007, I think it was, when the one that Zack Snyder did. Like,
that
because
didn't look realistic.
Zack Snyder's doing like Army of the Dead. It looked like the scene where the zombie hordes are like swarming the buses and stuff like that when they're getting ready to blow them all up. Like, but yeah, to continue on, quick with the news round. There's a Diablo 2 remake was confirmed. Diablo 2 Resurrection. It's going to have the ability to switch between new visuals and older visuals as well. That's getting developed by Vicarious Visions, who, did Crash Insane Trilogy and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
So they've got a good track on them with remakes.
Yeah, and unfortunately they'll never touch an Activision franchise again because they've moved to work only on Blizzard franchises from now on. Fuck you, Activision. I mean, I'm still not going to forgive you for that.
I mean, technically Warcraft does, like...
Yeah, but they're not going to put, like, fucking Warcraft or World of Warcraft on consoles.
Matt, let's just think about it. An Overwatch remake in 2 years' time, ooh.
Fuck that. Fuck you. Still, fuck you, Activision. You heard me. But yeah, Diablo 2 Remake is coming this year to all consoles and PC. Diablo 4 also got a new trailer as well, confirming the Rogue class. Overwatch 2 was also revealed to be coming in 2022. Something that royally pissed me off, pardon my French.
Everything.
Ryu, Chun-Li, a Xenomorph, and Ellen Ripley are all coming to Fortnite.
And we have never heard the last of it.
Like, why are all these characters that, like, are amazing getting put into something with, like, played by a generation that probably don't even know what the fuck they're from? Like, I mean, let's be honest. How many kids know who fucking Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe is? How many?
What's G.I. Joe?
Fuck you. But the point is though, like, all these characters are getting added to Fortnite, and I don't know, like it's further proving my point that I made last week that Fortnite is less of a game now and more just a marketing tool.
I was going to say, it's kind of surprising how far away it was compared that Peter Griffin was the one that was getting rumored. Peter Griffin.
Yeah, Peter Griffin is also rumored. Main reason Peter Griffin's rumored is because when Ryu and Chun-Li released, people hacked the source code and they found Family Guy clips in of Peter Griffin fighting the chicken.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. That would be
but
awesome.
all the blood was removed from the actual like fight. So yeah, it's looking like maybe Peter Griffin and the Chicken are coming.
I remember when that whole game first came out and you loved it, Matthew.
It was fun. It was simple.
Because it was fun.
Simple and fun.
And it was simple and fun. Yes, it was.
It wasn't. Do you know what's more fun? Getting a very long, rusty nail added into your urethra.
Urethra.
Yeah. That was more fun than Fortnite. Still is.
No, Fortnite used to be good. It became...
It just added too much.
It became
too much.
Yeah.
And just, nah.
All that added was fucking more people to play, different vehicles and stuff like that.
But
that's the point, mate. Fortnite never had vehicles.
Yeah, but it did actually.
It
had a
didn't.
bus. It had a bus that flew, mate.
Yeah, that's to get you into the arena, but it didn't give you
a vehicle.
Actually, I want to inject here. The bus also allowed you to thank the bus driver.
That was the best. That was the best thing they added, personally, man.
Well, definitely not when it was Ninja.
Fuck off! I don't want to talk about him. But anyway,
what the fuck are you saying to me?
The fuck you saying to me, you little shit?
A quick reminder for the viewers as well. There's a Monster Hunter digital event happening on March 8th. A game that I'm personally terrified about, but still want to play. Kill It With Fire is coming to consoles and mobile on March 4th.
I hope they have a VR function so you can play it.
But yeah, that looks intriguing. Loads of fighting game news came out over the past week. You know, Dan got released in Street Fighter V along with a balance update. Eno got revealed as a fighter in Guilty Gear Strive. King of Fighters got Chizuru Kagura as a fighter. Samurai Showdown got Cham Cham, and it's been confirmed that Guilty Gear Fighters coming in as well. And we had there's a character who I think has been recently confirmed as a Polish president for Tekken 7. And Fighting X-Layer, another dash is coming to the Switch. That rounds out the fighting game news. Just to quickly go through it. Watchdogs Legion is getting an online mode, which is coming in a free update on March 9th. So you can walk around virtual London with all your chums.
Yeah, all 7
Get
of them.
into a bit of a Barney.
All done of them.
There's an Assassin's Creed book series coming set in 16th century China. A new operation's coming to Gears of War, or Gears 5, called Honor the Heroes. Many people thought it was going to be Gears 2 Ultimate Edition and got disappointed. Actually, here's a big one that we never talked about. Sony announced PlayStation VR 2.
Oh, yes. That.
I forgot about that.
It's coming 2022 or later. It's only going to require a single cable. So you're not going to have all the clunky shit to set up.
So it's going to be USB USB plug-in, I'm guessing.
Likely.
But the cable for the original PS, it was just one cable.
No,
yes,
it wasn't.
It was a massive cable, but still.
No, because you also had the big fucking adapt thing, like the adapter
plug
thing, like the big block.
But it wasn't that big.
But still, though, this is only going to be like a cable. It's going to be a cable that you plug in.
Yeah, but you probably it'll do the same fucking shit as what the old fucking VR did.
But in addition, as well, they are also releasing a new controller for the VR, which is going to feature like DualSense support. So it's going to have like DualSense, which is like haptic feedback.
Over 200 quid each.
Well, aye.
Because literally, the PlayStation Move controllers for a double pack are 150 quid still. And they didn't even come out for the VR. They came out for the PlayStation Move.
Didn't they come out for PlayStation 3?
Yeah, they did.
They just used the same controller, just banged up the fucking price.
Other things to reveal. Sony are officially bringing more games to the PC. They're going to be starting in spring with Days Gone. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Do you remember that game?
Oh yeah, the developers just fucked off from that.
Yeah, the developers have officially left, so the game has officially been delayed indefinitely, and they're changing development teams on it.
But hasn't that game always been in that state of pretty much like development hell?
Yeah, but they revealed it at an Xbox event and it looked
I've-
janky as fuck.
Yeah.
It looked terrible.
It was breathtaking.
Yes.
Jim Ryan has officially confirmed that Sony's still going to have strong ties to Japanese development studios and IP, even though apparently a VGC report's come out saying that they've lowered production on Japan studios. But so yeah, that news kind of looks a bit redundant now. Not gonna lie. But then we've got some rumors that we need to discuss. Final thing I'll quickly mention about the news: Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 are coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X on March 26th. If you got the digital deluxe, you get the upgrade for free. If you got the standard, you have to pay an extra tenner.
Fair enough.
But yeah, in terms of rumors though, Imran Khan, who used to work with Kinda Funny, he's basically on a stream. He did a stream in the past week or so. Apparently, he said on there he's convinced that we're going to see Elden Ring news before E3. He said he couldn't add more, but apparently he did say that he's 80% convinced it's going to launch in 2021.
Is that the George R. Martin game? That's just...
Yes, it is. It's
Right.
the George R.R. Martin From Software game. The one that people now are refusing to believe exists.
Fucking hell. Bear in mind, the entire recording of last week's podcast was 1 hour and 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's before it being cut. Now it's at 1 hour and 41 minutes.
Don't worry, we're nearly done.
I just don't want to, because if it goes above that, I'm just uploading it uncut.
Yeah. Like I said, I promise. We'll quickly go through.
It's also 7 minutes past 9.
Yeah, I know. Elden Ring though.
When's the state of play?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, fair enough.
So I'm gonna be. But yeah, thing is, I'm genuinely wondering what's gonna come first, Elden Ring or like his next book.
Elden Ring. Because his next book will just... Thing is, what it will be like, he will die, and whatever remains of that book will be locked away in a safe, only to be purchased by some cunt of a billionaire and just not distributed. Kind of like that Martin Shkreli dude who bought the Wu-Tang Clan album. And
You know what? Just to piss people off, I'm going to say I think HBO should buy his book rights and finish the book.
I've just searched on State of Play, right?
Yeah.
And some guy who's got a verified account, Matt Paget, just got the heads up from an anonymous source that we'll see Metroid Prime trilogy during today's State of Play. I don't think we will, because that's not a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a PlayStation game. It's a Nintendo game.
Does it not mean like Metro Exodus?
It just says Metroid Prime.
Wow.
That's the joke.
Fucking hell.
A leaker for Avengers has supposedly leaked the order of the next 7 updated heroes. Hawkeye being the first one. Then apparently we'll get Spider-Man, Black Panther, She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, and War Machine.
Nice. I'm not playing the game. But nice.
This one's getting a lot more credibility in the recent weeks. Blue Point might be getting acquired by Sony. Apparently, there's a lot of talk about it. It's a matter of if, not when. No, sorry, it's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me, because they're the ones who made Bloodborne?
They made Demon's Souls and Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, yeah, so similar-ish games. But, I'm not surprised. It's like Insomniac. It's like, I was surprised that when Insomniac was born. Like, I thought they were already owned. That wouldn't surprise us.
We had some new Switch SKUs were revealed at GameStop, potentially tying into the whole Pokemon Day thing.
Yeah.
Starfield. Remember that game?
That's Bethesda.
Yes, it is. Apparently, that's still targeting 2021.
What?
Apparently, they might be doing a Fallout 4 style presentation.
Fallout 4,
of it.
where they pretty much show absolutely everything, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's coming out in 3 months' time."
Yeah, apparently that's what they're looking to try and do with it.
Isn't that the game that's supposed to link both
Elder Scrolls and Fallout together, yeah.
And it's because obviously you're traveling through space, so obviously I'm guessing there'd be dimension traveling and shit like that involved.
Yeah, probably like time and space travel, I'd imagine.
That's fucking...
Through different entries of portals and stuff, shit like that.
Yeah, probably. For all you Smash Brothers fans out there, a rumor going around is suggesting that the final 2 fighters of Fighter Pass 2 have been leaked via an upcoming concert happening next year that's going to be 3 hours long. The track list of supposed tracks which might be making it into the concert include 2 tracks from franchises currently not represented with a fighter. These tracks being Insanity Beach, so Crash Bandicoot possibly is one of the fighters, and Proof of a Hero, which could tie into the Monster Hunter being the second fighter. An update to the Silent Hill rumor from VGC, which reported on it. Supposedly, Konami are also looking to outsource the Metal Gear Solid and Castlevania franchises. Which could be a sign that there was a 4chan rumor last year, which could potentially have some credibility now.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Japan Studios were working on a Silent Hill reboot, which is the long rumored one. But then there was supposedly another one where Japan Studios and Blue Point were working on a remake of Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Japan Studios were also involved in a Castlevania game, which would be more like Bloodborne.
Yep.
So, and then to tie in with the Japan Studio Metal Gear thing, one of the project directors, I think, at Sony Worldwide Studios and Japan Studios, Nicholas Doucette, changed his profile picture recently. He used to have the Astrobot. Now he's got an Astrobot dressed as Solid Snake. Which is now getting people questioning. And final rumor that I have to add to our little list. Well, final 2 rumors I should point out to add to this little list.
Yep.
We have there's a Destroy All possibly a remake of Destroy All Humans 2 on the way.
Makes sense. Because obviously with number 1 done.
Yeah, that was quite a big game too.
And apparently IO Interactive, the folks who make the Hitman games, which might make you happy, Connor, they're looking to hire a new writer for their upcoming 007 game.
Ooh.
Apparently, the plan for this is because they want to have someone who's advanced in storytelling and telling complex story choices and stuff like that, which could add to like some complex story decision making and stuff in the game.
Yeah.
What, two more quick things to quickly mention. Sorry, I've completely fucking forgot. There's also another reminder. There's going to be a Smash Direct next week on March 4th. So on the day we record, which is going to detail Pirate and Mithra. It's going to be 35 minutes long, and they're not going to talk about any of the fighters during it. And finally, for all you classic Star Wars gamers, Republic Commando is officially coming to the PS4 and the Switch on April 6th with modernized controls. And all you trophy hunters out there, there's a shiny platinum in it for you as well.
Nice. I just want to point out that I'm touching cloth right now, so I'm kind of hoping we can round this podcast
Well, yeah. Yeah, Jesus, I didn't need to know that, mate.
If you don't know what that term means, don't question
He
it.
needs a shit.
Yes.
Just put it out there.
But I would say
Ever classy, Connor.
I would say pretty much just to round everything off. Even though the total recording time so far, it's all. I would say it's been a lot more fluid. Even though it's been just as long as last week, it's been a lot more fluid. So hopefully,
I think we're starting to find our footing.
Yeah, so even just within a week to make it a lot more fluid and engaging somewhat with when we're talking with our stuff.
They need to script stuff out.
No, it's just like
have things to talk about.
We did that last. We spent like the first half an hour just doing.
Yeah,
but
we didn't really, did we?
But it's still, we tried to and we'd failed. But this week, we did a much better job.
We just freestyled it.
We just blocked it up and then just went with and just went with it. So, anyways, oh yes, I got a new GeForce Game Ready driver to update, because I got the update, so now it's in the recording. Brilliant. So
Great.
yes, so I've got that. Yeah. So I think for
How do you want to wrap this up? Do you want to wrap up with another question like we did last week?
I'd say, you know what, no. One gaming prediction that you're gonna like, one game you think is just like last week, and not necessarily like predict one game you think is gonna come out this year or the year after, or in 2022. It could be absolutely anything.
Oh,
No, you don't even need any rumors. Just think that one. It could be something stupid for a laugh or something logical. Go for it.
all right.
Absolutely anything.
Connor, you want to go first?
Trucking Mamas 5.
Cooking
Oh.
Mama.
Trucking.
Oh.
Truckin' Mama.
Basically, the game where you play in a semi-truck.
Huh.
Fair enough.
That would actually be quite a decent game to play as well.
You know what? I'm going to go fucking out there, and I'm just going to shoot for the stars.
You're not
Onimusha
making a
Reboot.
game of yourself.
Onimusha.
I'm going to say Onimusha Reboot.
For me, I'm just gonna go with it. Sly Cooper.
Ooh. Me likey.
So what we could do is we could just, like, in the description, just keep track of our predictions.
Yeah.
So
I'll work on that and all that.
so obviously with this, like gaming predictions for 2021 and 2022, and just putting each of ours prediction, like colon prediction, and then obviously next week we can just copy and paste that and just add on to it.
Yeah.
And then obviously
So
at
we'll
the
just
end of the year we could just read off which ones happened or happened.
So kind of like a fantasy type thing, like a
Yeah.
fantasy football or so.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Okay.
that's it.
Yep.
Cool.
If you want to find me, you can find me on YouTube at MidgardMac.
You can
On Twitter at MidgardMac66.
Mhm.
All the links will be in the
Yeah,
description.
all
and
the links to the
stuff.
socials will be in the link in the description. No need to read them all out.
Yeah.
Also on our YouTube, it is in the About section as well, all the links that I could find anyway.
Yep, and there'll also be timestamps as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This has been episode 2 of the DSI podcast, Dude Chalk Interactive podcast. If you enjoyed it, yeah. If you haven't, fuck off.
Sayonara.
No, but if you have enjoyed it, thanks for lasting this long.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you, and once again, sayonara.
Sayonara.
Nick.